Hello,
Hello.
friends, loved ones.
We've
been saying for how many weeks that we've been working on a studio, we've been working on a set. We did it.
Did we?
We're here.
You can't see it, but
And some of you may be wondering, where have you guys been the last couple weeks? Where were we?
We were in Israel.
We were in Israel in the Holy Land, and I mentioned to you guys in a few episodes ago that we had hired a video editor.
Yes.
And we've just been learning how to work with him. So he's been doing a bunch of shorts and getting us some stuff ready. And I didn't have the chance to record with Julie before we left so that he could edit the content that we were trying to create so that you guys would have it.
Yeah.
But here we are on the set. We're gonna try and work some things out through the days ahead between the lighting and kind of the spacing and even the sound of everything and how it's recorded.
Yeah.
Because we want to do it really, really well for you guys. And we've been talking for a while. I've been talking with Bill for the last few years even about wanting to do television. And so we're hoping to have a space that we could do both of those things in, that we could record television quality, like broadcasts from this very set, and keep doing the podcast. And we're going to do all our things for the partners of the ministry,
Yeah.
and everything else. And so, Julie, what do you think about all of this?
I'm excited. I just want to say that I built the wall back there. Okay, so you can see it better on Jacob's camera. So if we can just do a quick, thing to Jacob's. Smile for the people. I built that because we thought let's add a cool feature wall here, and Jacob really loved the idea of blue. And then we're still gonna do some decorating and some changing to the set, but this will be a really awesome place to have consistent taping, teaching, sharing with you guys what God is doing. It's really actually quite exceptional that we are allowed to have this set anyways because we're doing it at the church where I'm working. Mm-hmm. So shout out to Riverside Community Church. But yeah, I'm super stoked.
Yeah. So it's great. So it's exciting. So we just wanted to give a little bit of an insight as to where we've been the last little while. Haven't been posting much. And it's not for any other reason other than we've been both kind of transitioning into getting the studio ready. We also, just in our personal lives, have been, we totally renovated our house in hopes of selling it and just moving for a bunch of different reasons, which we hope one day.
In the same area.
Guys, in the same area.
In the same area.
And I hope that we can share that story with you, but it's not a story sure yet. And then we left for Israel. We finished. We were packing and cleaning and money.
Oh my gosh.
All at the same time.
We did 15-hour days.
5 or 6 15-hour days in a row with an hour break. A couple of days we worked till 11:30 at night, and just you go to bed, wake up, and do it all over again. And thank God my dad came up and was super helpful in getting everything done. And so we've been working on that, and it's exciting. And then we're traveling, so I'm heading out today when we're recording this to go out Western Canada to do some television recording to get ready for the Timothy conference, which if you guys haven't heard about this yet, you need to hear about it. You need to get signed up to come for it. We're actually really, really excited for it this year. There's lots to talk about with that. It's exciting. So the whole point of the Timothy conference is it's meant to reach some of the older generation and the younger generation. And for those of you who are I don't know these people, that's why Julie and I wanted to introduce you to them in hopes that you would come and be a part of it and start learning from other people. It's great that we all learn from the same ones, but there's such wisdom in different camps and different circles. We're involved, Bill and I and Julie are all involved in different areas, like the prophetic circles. In Canada, we're also involved in some of the apostolic groups. We're involved with the evangelists. We're involved with non-denoms. We're involved with some of the Baptists. We're involved in kind of all different areas. And it's amazing because you learn different perspectives. You learn different theologies and doctrines and perspectives, the way that people see the Bible. And even with Messianic Jews, we should probably at some point talk about your experience to Israel with everything going on in the world right now and the rise of anti-Semitism for people to understand, really the heart of God. And if you haven't watched already Chaim's podcast, you need to do that. I think it was one of the episode 5 or 6 that we did with Chaim Nailspin in Israel at his house. Yeah. You got to meet him.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
Everything you said he was.
Yeah.
He's everything you said he was.
I told everybody that if I've ever met anyone that matches Julia's energy, personality, expression, all of that,
I feel
time.
Do you think he's more intense?
In some ways.
Or do you think I'm just very oblivious to my level of energy?
Both. Yeah, I think
He was so fun.
He also just
he was
like
so fun.
12 hours before we got in there or something had just gotten off a helicopter out of Gaza, out of the tunnels. So he's on a different energy.
He came in. I don't know if I'll say this. He came in and he was like, "Let me show you my gun." And we're like, "Okay." So he just has his guns there, and they have tons of safeties on them, so you can't just pick them up and use them. But anyways, they have their guns there, and he comes and he's like, "Let me show you what people see if we enter into dark rooms." And it's like a flashing light, and he's like, "This is what's like."
Strobe light on it, like he's full practice, just like running around.
It was just so fun. But people always say, "Julia, like, how do you have so much energy?" And I go, "It's literally so natural. I don't know." And so meeting Chaim, I'm like, yeah, it's just natural to be that joyful and that high energy. God just made some of us like that. So it was awesome. I loved Israel too. And I'm excited to talk more about Israel. Yeah. I know a little bit more now that I've been there, and especially with what's happening with anti-Semitism is way too nice of a word, okay? Yeah. It's like a hatred towards Jewish people. It's literally wanting Jewish people dead. So I think anti-Semitism is a little bit too pretty. Yeah, I think that's important. And we watched Bonhoeffer. We went to the museum of the Holocaust.
It's called the Yad Vashem.
The Yad Vashem. And then we watched Bonhoeffer on the plane, both of us, at separate times, but on the plane back. So it was like 14 hours. And I finished that movie going, we need to be bold, and we need to talk, and we need to actually deal with some stuff in the earth right now. I don't know what that looks like, but anyways, yeah, I think it's very relevant, and I think we're coming to a pivotal time in Canada where the Timothy podcast is going to be very important. Truth is going to be imperative, understanding truth and what a lie and deception is, and then how do we navigate these difficult things because it's getting more difficult.
Right.
So anyways.
Yeah, so we wanted to just give you guys a little bit of an update about what's been happening, why we haven't been putting out a podcast as often, and this is really it. It's just going to be a short little video for everyone to kind of catch up on.
Yeah.
What the Walda's been up to. I'm going to Western Canada to Saskatchewan this weekend, and then home for a couple weeks. I'll be up in the Arctic with Bill in June.
And then I'll be in the Arctic in July.
So he's going to be in the Arctic in July. We're going to be across different parts of Canada and the U.S., Bill and I together this summer.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Timothy Conference coming up in August, which, again, I would love for you guys to be a part of. And it's been powerful. Like, I know all of our friends that have been there, and every person I talked to that was at a Timothy Conference has talked about how life-changing that was for them. And it's, it's fun when people just use that language. We've got a lot of friends that sometimes, not a lot, but some friends that are just like, every event is the greatest event that you've ever been to. And if you don't come to it, you're going to miss out on everything. And honestly, there's a lot of events where it's just not that. And it's good, but it's like, I don't walk away
transformed,
excited for the next one because of how impacted I was. And I find that with Timothy, because I believe it's because we brought different camps together, we're bringing different generations together, but we're all going for the same goal, which is imparting something into the next generation. And that's what people are excited about. Yeah. And that's what people are walking away with, transformed and impacted by, is that very thing.
Yeah. And
so we would love you to come to that. It's August 20th to 23rd in Edmonton, Alberta. And if you're like, that's far away, that's okay. Make a trip, bring some buddies, get an Airbnb. It'll be cheap. You guys can drive out there together. And it's going to be a great, great time. And so we're excited. Once I'm back, we're going to start recording a lot more content here in the studio.
Yes.
And start getting some stuff out for you guys because we want to be as consistent as possible. We've got some great guests coming up. Our next guest after, we're going to do a teaching video on the baptism of the Holy Spirit and personal prophecy from the episode with Zach Wayman. If you guys didn't check that out yet, you need to do that before so that you can kind of get a gist of what Zach was talking about. And then my good friend Noah Nocera is going to be on the podcast. He and I sat down, and he was a young guy that was really impacted by some of these older, and a lot of them are actually gone to heaven, leaders, and kind of the heart of what Timothy Conference is. And we wanted to release that for you to hear a testimony from someone other than us of what it's like to receive wisdom and knowledge from the older generation and how it's impacted his life to now he's at the point where he's traveling across Canada, moving to Brazil. He's marrying a Brazilian girl and starting ministry. He started his own ministry, actually. And so Noah's going to tell you all about that. But I'm excited for these things to come.
Yeah.
Excited as we get this room ready and excited for all the things that God has. So we are thankful for you.
Yes,
thankful for each and every one of our people who are partnering with us. And for those that are listening to the podcast, we're excited. So from Julie and I in our new studio set here in Ontario, we love you and we'll see you soon.